Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7 now today. Got some more Guild War for you guys. This time going up against Baka 9, and they seem to be doing pretty good against them, so not too shabby. But of course, Icarus with the joke of the day. A scammer called my grandma and said he had all of her passwords. She got a pen and paper, said, "Oh, thank God for that. What are they?" Oh man, sounds like some of my coworkers at school, honestly. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we're always forgetting our passwords and things like that at work, because they make us change it so often. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into this right here. For the first tower, we're going to be going up against Mort, Shu, and Ilanov. This actually puzzled me for quite a bit. It was difficult to come up with a team that I think will work here, but we're going to go really aggressive into this team. So I'm going to go and bring my newly built Zahak as my opener. He's 280 something speed, and he has decent damage. Is not the best damage compared to what he used to have. However, it is good enough for RTA purposes, especially for bursting down Aidens. Now, there's no Aiden on the other team, but we're going to use his injury onto Shu, and we'll try to go from there. Perhaps I'll go into the Mort. I don't know. We'll go into one of them. We'll see how the speed tuning is for the rest of the team. Zaha can actually go ahead and attack buff my Elena, and I'm actually building my Elena to counter ML Landes. So she's on a really weird build right now. You can see decent attack, a bit of crit damage, and some speed, but a lot of bulk. And she's actually here on Unseen Observer, so she can give more combat readiness and souls, which is going to be very useful. We're also going to have Straze come in here. Straze is going to be really nice for just kind of cleaning house and destroying everything. He will be going after the Zahak. So Zahak's going to push Elena up a little bit, give her the attack buff. Straze is going to go in AoE, which is going to proc the Elena to push up and gain souls. And then we can hopefully deal with the rest of these guys here. Now, we should be able to survive because there's no counterattacks coming out from them. I think it's a full injury team with Ilanov and Mort having injury. This might be an injury Shu because that has been on the rise lately. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. For the bottom team over here, we got Arwell, Alencia, and ML Landes. So I think this is a great time to test out our new Lilius. Not this one, the other one. This Lilius is here for the Vigor buff and the attack imprint. And what we're going to use the Vigor buff for is actually to ensure that Kawazu can get a Vigor starting off the match. And then we're also going to have our Lilius over here. So Lilius is on Wind Rider. If you have not watched my Summon and Showcase video, I use her in Arena and I test her damage out on multiple different Arwells to see if I can kill them. And the general consensus is she can't really kill Arwells that reliably. Mine does 29k damage against any unit that doesn't have mitigation. So no Aureus, no Adamant, and stuff like that. Typically, if you attack the tank who is wearing Aureus, Aureus doesn't go into effect, but if they have something that reduces damage like Adamant Shield, then they will be able to live. But yeah, my Lilius has minimum amount of HP. Here's her gear real quick so you guys can see it. She is literally, the only HP she has is from her artifact, right? And her damage is really good. It's, again, just the fact that you kind of struggle a little bit against Arwell specifically, which we're going up against right here. So let's jump into it and see how it goes. Hopefully well, but there's no guarantee, right? Going to the Arwell here is a little bit tricky. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack buff our Elena. Our Zahak is on Benimaru's Tachi, so he should be fine. Now, the unit I go for here is really important. If I go for the Shu and I injury her, Straze is not going to one-shot her, right? So, I think I want Straze to just one-shot the Shu, and I guess I will go into the Mort. He seems to be the next toughest one to deal with. Ilanov I'm not too worried about, although she does gain combat readiness from her S3. There's nothing we can do about the Ilanov right now, so we can either go into Mort or Shu. I think I'll go into the Mort. Because there's no way for Shu to retaliate, right? There's no counterattacks because of my Elena. So we'll go into the Mort, we'll try to injury him down. That's still pretty good damage for the speed that I have on him. I'm really impressed. Alright, so we're going to go in with the Strazi S3. This will push up the Elena, and this should kill Shu. She should be the highest HP unit. Oh, never mind! Oh, we might have done goofed here. Uh-oh. So, this is not good. Now, what we can do is actually go for the S3. Unhealable and restrict, which I guess doesn't really matter all too much. Yeah, this should be able to kill Mort here. We have an attack buff and the Star's Blessing. We needed to use the S3 anyway to replenish our uncounterable here. So there you go, got the debuffs anyway, and everyone's pretty protected here, which is pretty good. Right, except Elena. She's going to eat a big chunk of damage there, but that's fine. The anti-crit and the immunity on Shu, we were going to crit anyway, because Zahak is just... Zahak's good like that. So there you go. First match down. That was actually pretty satisfying. Didn't expect that to work out as smoothly as it did. After that, Ilanov having the highest HP on the team. I should have... Yeah, if it was an injury Shu, she might not have as much HP as other Bills, right? So, kind of oversight on my end there. I think what I'll do is go for a provoke onto the Landy. Right? Never mind. She's gonna resist. So with my Lilius, we have Vigor and we have the attack buff. So let's go ahead and hit the Arwell. Yeah, see, it's usually not enough to kill, and that's the problem. It's just not enough. Now, look at this. Vigor buff and attack buff Kawazu, right? Absolutely beautiful. And shoot, can we kill the Landy? Let's go for it. Let's try. There's still an escort buff on this Arwell. However, oh, we didn't land the third burn. Oh, very, very nice. Look at that burn and the detonation. Beautiful job, Kawazu. Okay, and now we get another turn with Lilius. We still have attack buff, vigor buff, and that's still a lot of damage on her S1. Very, very happy about that. Kawazu hasn't procced his own Vigor buff, so he will be able to heal up here. There you go, get that Vigor replenished. And we'll just finish off the Arwell. There you go. Lilius heals on her S1, so... And she can't die. Oh my god, look at those burns. She can't die from one hit. So that's another good thing. Now, the thing is, her Soulburn S1 just gets her more healing, so there's not a real reason to use it here. We do have, oh nice, we do have a bit of extra damage there because of the fact that we are stealthed from our, what is it called, her, artifact, right, we're on Wind Rider. Okay, so let's go ahead and use the S3 here. Let's see how much damage we do against an Alencia. Kind of curious. She is usually built pretty tanky, right, 23, 24k health. Oh wow, 30k damage, now that. Now that is pretty good. Yeah, without Adamant Shield, it is really, really easy to one-shot things. But with Adamant Shield on any unit on the other side, it becomes really, really hard. Great, so let's go ahead and take a look at the second tower. This one right here, which is missing a character. I think Small Gate had rolled out a little patch for that, and people can get name change vouchers. So if you have one of those special characters that doesn't show up, I think you get a free name change voucher, and if you've got a name change voucher, you actually get 1,200 Sky Stones to cover the cost of that voucher that you had purchased. But anyway, a little tangent aside here. See Lilius, Arwell, and A. Ravi on this top team. So what I'm going to do is bring in Spirit Eye Celine as my light bait. It's a little risky because I don't really have a damage mitigation unit on my side of the field. However, Handguy does have a barrier which can actually help out quite a bit. Now, speaking of Handguy, I should probably put him on his artifacts. There you go, Warhorn, and he'll be pretty good there. And we got Midnight Gala Lilius here as well for the top teams. I'm going to try to weaken this Arwell first before I hit the Spirit Eye Celine. Everyone should be attacking into the Handguy, right? Arwell, C. Lilius, A. Ravi can be attacking the Spirit Eye Celine, and all should be good. As long as no other unit attacks the Spirit Eye Celine, except A. Ravi, we should be fine. For the bottom team over here, we got Ron, Senya, and Ed. So it's usually a Lilius instead of an Ed, but I can definitely make use of that Ed on the other team to my advantage. So we got my A Tywin over here, and he's looking pretty bulky. And on my side, I brought my own Ed. So when the Ron goes in S2s and S3s, his S3 will debuff my Ed. Now Ed will be able to cleanse one of the debuffs, A Tywin cleanses the other. Ed will be able to counterattack with this extra like hit on this S2, and hopefully it debuffs the opponent's Ed, who will then throw that debuff back. And when they do, you know, A Tywin should have the rage up by then, and so we should be able to kind of cleanse everything off. So we should be okay. He would have cleansed off, he should have cleansed off, gotten rage, and we should be okay because he ignored resistance and tried to stun and control the opponent. I got Benimar over here as another neutral DPS unit just to kind of help against this Ed. Yeah, I mean, both my fire DPSs are going to be pretty good here. Senya is always going to be attacking A Tywin as well, so he's just going to kind of soak up all the hits here. Except from Ron. If Ron RNLs and kills one of my fire units, I guess I die. But we do have, they're pretty bulky, and I have damage mitigation on my side, so it should be okay. Alright, but let's see what happens here. Hand Guy is going to get pushed back, which is fine. I'm actually okay with that, because I want that R wall to go first, and then Hand Guy can go afterwards. But let's give Immortality everybody. And let me just go ahead and attack this R wall. I have an attack down, so there's no reason to S3. And what I'll do is I will give a barrier to the team. So I'm going to go ahead and S2 the A Ravi. Right, attack down here, which is going to be pretty useful for us in terms of mitigating some damage, especially with Lilius's dual attacks into the Hand Guy. He's going to get stunned, but it's okay. He will be able to cleanse himself on his upcoming turn. Now we just make quick work of this Ravi here with our counter attacks. Now there is an escort buff and there is vigor on the other side, so it is going to take a little bit, but let's focus down this Arwell. Try to get her HP a little bit lower. Right, and then on the next turn, we should be okay. So I'm going to go for the S3. The reason I'm doing it is to put a attack buff onto my Celine so that she can help actually deal more damage to this APOC Ravi. Alright, so Arwell's going to strip. That is okay. I'm going to keep hitting this Arwell, trying to weaken her a little bit, just soften her up. Because that way we can actually use our Lilius, whose turn is coming up real soon. Should I go into this Arwell? No, I think it's fine. I think we can kill the Arwell now. I think we go for the C Lilius, try to get some damage in onto her. There we go. And let's go for an S3, right? We have an attack buff here. We should be able to kill. Let's see how much damage she's on. Alright, 26, yeah, 26.5k, so it's a lot of damage. The main thing is that the Lilius, Lilius doesn't do well into admin shield. It just mitigates way too much damage. So if that Arwell was 28k health and she had a starting barrier at the beginning of the battle, then I'm a little screwed, right? So that's something you have to watch out for. Do I want to go for a soul burn here? I could for some extra damage. Just do it into the C Lilius. There you go. That's a lot of damage. Should I just go ahead and finish her off? Nah, let's go for this S3, because I think my Lilius here should be able to do it. So Celine's doing a pretty good job of sustaining the team. We'll just go with the S1. Yeah, there you go. 10k damage. That is pretty good. I mean, that is given the fact that we do have our stealth right now from Wind Rider, which does give us additional damage, because we did kill on the last turn. Let's go for an S1 here. Oh, look at that damage. It's pretty nice. And Celine should be able to finish off this A Ravi. No, I guess not. Maybe on this turn. And there you go. Yeah, Ravi down. If she didn't go down, I actually kind of wanted to see what the Lilius damage would be onto that Ravi. But yeah, in terms of tank busting, Lilius is alright. I would say that if your goal is to just kill something like Arwell, slam Straze. Straze would just get the job done instantly. And he has a self-attack buff as well if you have Banimaro's Tachi. So it can work, it can work. Alright, I think their Ed is going to counter here, hopefully, not do too much. Ooh, he provoked my Tywin, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We have the multi-layer barrier here. Unfortunately, we don't have Sigurd, so let's go for the S3 onto this Ed. He's already countered, so just going to go for it and use the follow-up attack here. Right, so he cleanses, but he doesn't get to counter and like heal with Sigurd or anything. And now it's my cue to go for, I think I just go for an S1 here. Is that a bit greedy? Is that greedy? No, I think I just go for an S1. There you go. Alright, yeah, so got rid of the provoke, so Tywin can now go ahead and... I could S3, but I might as well just S1 here. Senya has her immunity, right? So we'll provoke the Ron so it protects our fire units. Senya's gonna go ahead and S3. If she hits Ed, it's over. Aww, did not hit. Alright, that is fine. I will go for a S... I think I still go for an S1 here. Yeah, let's go for the Senya. Nice little crit, even though I didn't really need it. Right, there we go. Nice crit again. Wow, Ed is just stepping up his game here. Tywin. Let's go for an S1. He's gonna counter. Hopefully we don't die. There we go. Benimaru should be able to finish things off. Absolutely beautiful. We just kept critting this Senya. Who needs a unit like Lilius with anti-crit when you just crit, right? Easy. Just crit. Last but not least, we have the Stronghold, Iron City right here, and they have some pretty interesting teams. So the first one, we got a pretty tank down standard team comp that you can't utilize souls against because there's a Bellion. Ravi's there with a bunch of bulk damage and injury, and C. Lilius is there acting as essentially either one of these DPSs on her turn, which is really annoying. So I thought this would be a perfect time to try and use Lilius as a solo DPS. Now, I don't know if it's actually viable, so we're testing it out here. I'm bringing Arwell as my knight. She's going to be the light bait here for this Ravi, and we got Hand Guy as well. He's gonna be the dark bait, taking all the hits from Bellion and the Sea Lilius. I know Bellion is an AoE hit, but that should be fine. We got our Lilius here as well, so she should be okay in terms of surviving, especially with Arwell's mitigation. Should be okay. And yeah, with Wind Rider, we can go ahead and stealth. If we can take care of the Bellion early on, I think we'll be okay. But we'll see how that works out. Zio, Karina, and Aiden on the bottom team. Zio's going to be attacking the fastest unit on my team, which is going to be my Zahhak. So I'm bringing him in here, but that's okay, because we got a trick up our sleeve. Using this one simple trick, Zio players hate it. Troublemaker Crozet right here at 230-something speed. His health doesn't really matter all too much, his resist doesn't matter either. Just need to make sure you have Hilag Lance, right? This is just a combat readiness increase for his S3, and you're going to see why we use that, because when Zio pushes back my Zahhak, Troublemaker Crozet can push him back to the front line. Karina is also my tank of choice here. She's going to be pretty decent. Now, I know she's good into Aiden, but Zahhak should be able to kill the Aiden. I'm actually testing my Zahhak damage in this case. And we're using Karina to just one-shot the Zio, so that we only have to fight a Karina on the other side. And that means our Zahhak should be pretty safe. But let's go ahead and jump into it and see how it goes. Hopefully well. There's still a chance that we absolutely get destroyed here. But let's see what happens. Sea Lilius is going to go first. I was thinking of using Ocean Breeze Luluka, but then I thought about it, and Hand Guy just seemed like to be the best option, the most consistent option here. So let me go for a hit onto the Bellion. That's actually pretty decent damage for attack down, now that I think about it. Do I want to go for the S3? I think I do. I want to cleanse the Lilius here. That's going to be huge. And then Arwell I will use to stun the Bellion. The immunity on the team is actually really nice as well, just in case the Bellion resists this S3. Please don't jinx myself here. Come on, let's get the stun. Arwell, you can do it. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so we're just going to get hit in on our Arwell, and she's going to tank it just fine. Super tanky unit, so no worries there. Let's go ahead and put an attack down onto this Ravi. Okay, there we go. Got the strip. Ooh, got the strip on the attack buff on Lilius, but watch, it is fine. It is fine. We have an S3, and we get to give ourselves attack here. Now, let's see if we can one-shot Bellions. There's no damage mitigation on the other side. Oh, not quite. 14,000 damage, though. Really nice Really nice. And you're going to notice that, look at that, Lily is actually pushing herself up. It is beautiful. So she's turn cycling very, very nicely, and it's not an injury Bellion, so I'm not going to attack her. If you attack her, if she's like on a counter build, which I think she is, she has double the chance to proc compared to Elbrus, right? Or at least a plus 15 Elbrus. So let's finish off the Bellion. Now we are still in stealth, right? The Wind Rider is working, and that just means that we're going to be pretty safe. We also have a pretty nice damage increase for next turn. So hopefully we can lap this Lilia. She should be S2ing. Yep, there we go. She has her S2 off of cooldown. So let's go for a push up on our Lilius. There Lilius goes, gets a bear on everybody. And I'm going to try to get rid of this. Oh, wow, look at that Sea of Lilius. Her health just evaporated there. That's a lot of damage. Wind Rider. Super, super nice. Okay, and we can go for a stun here. Might as well go for a stun on this APOC Ravi. She's the only damage dealer. Plus, Sea Lilius should be going down very soon with how much HP she has. Okay, let me go for an S3. Let's cleanse the attack down on our Lilius. And I'm going to S1, so watch this. I'm going to S1 here. Not using the S3 just yet. I want to kill, get the Wind Rider. So now next turn, I'm going to have a ton more attack. We're going to lap the Aravi anyway. So let's go and attack down on her. Very good. And now let's see the S3 damage. So we got full Wind Rider damage here. Come on now. 26k damage on a Proof of Valor. Hey, Ravi. Now that is disgusting. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so in this match, right, Zio's going to push back my Zahak. Pretty good. And Troublemaker Crozet is going to go ahead and push the Zahak back up. So it's a really nice little trick you can use in RTA. If Zio has like a really good target, right, in this case Zahak, then you can utilize the Troublemaker Crozet and essentially trap the opponent. Alright, let's go for the Aiden. Let's see if this kills. We have an attack buff here. My Zahak's damage isn't really low. Oh yeah, for a 280 Zahak, that, oh my god, that's a really nice damage. We have invincibility, so we should be pretty safe. Karina has a chance to debuff. I'm not sure if it's on effectiveness, most aren't. Okay, so we do get to survive, pretty nice. And now we get to use our Karina into this Zio. I know we didn't wait for the defense buff, but it'll be a while until we get it, so I might as well just pop it for the defense break. And there you go, almost down. We can finish him off with the Zahak here. I know it's a little waste of a Zahak hit, but I don't want that Zio to deal damage to us at all. And our Troublemaker Crozet's going to hang in there with his defense buff. Once he gets low enough, it'll be fine. Because this, oh, this Karina has no resistance. Yeah, when Karina gets this Troublemaker Crozet low enough, we should be okay. I'm going to wait for the attack buff next turn, so I'm not going to soul burn. Right, and Zahak, there we go. So let's see if we can do it with a S3. And yeah, I'd say that was a pretty successful showcase from our Lilius here. So I guess general takeaway is that she's very solid, she's good. The scaling is a little weird sometimes. You see that sometimes we hit for tremendous amounts of damage and other times we don't. It's because the defense penetration depends on the health differences. And yeah, into something with an adamant shield like an Arwell, it is a little iffy. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe for more Epic 7 content. And until next time, take care.